It's really amazing, isn't it? Artificial intelligence. It's just sort of quietly slipped into so many parts of our lives.
Uh-huh. It really has. From streaming shows to how we work.
Exactly. And today we're doing a deep dive into one tool that's, well, surprisingly powerful and accessible, Google's Gemini. The free version, actually.
Right. And free here doesn't mean basic, not at all. The range of things it can do is quite something.
So our mission for this deep dive, we want to give you a shortcut, like a real understanding of what Gemini can do without you having to sift through everything yourself.
Mm-hmm.
We've looked at the sources, pulled out the key stuff. The idea is to show you how it can change things, whether you're, new to AI or already using it a lot.
Yeah, to help you maybe fold it into your daily routine, personal stuff, work stuff, get things done faster, maybe spark some ideas.
And that's the real value, I think. This isn't just going to be a feature list.
No, definitely not. It's about showing how Gemini can genuinely, optimize your day, boost productivity, kickstart creativity, even change how you learn things.
We're talking practical uses here.
Exactly. Practical applications. Practical applications, how this large language model, with its ability to handle different types of input, text, images, you name it, how it empowers you, maybe in ways you haven't thought of.
Okay, absolutely. So, yeah, get ready. We're aiming for a conversation packed with insights, but, keeping it focused.
Respecting your time.
Right. We'll unpack how Gemini goes from, say, helping draft an email to being almost like a creative partner, putting serious AI power right there for you.
Let's dive in.
Okay, let's jump straight into something most people think about with AI writing. Emails, reports, social media posts. That blinking cursor can be intimidating.
Oh, yeah. The blank page fear.
And Gemini seems like a game changer there.
It really is. And it's more than just spitting out a first draft. The clever part is how quickly it adapts tone and style.
How so?
Well, imagine you need a super formal proposal for a client.
Okay.
And then, 5 minutes later, a really casual note to your team.
Right. Completely different vibes.
Gemini gets that. You prompt it right, and it adjusts instantly. It understands the nuances, the audience. It's not just grammar check. It's context awareness.
That flexibility sounds incredibly useful, especially if you wear different hats during the day.
Totally.
But what about creativity, like breaking through writer's block? Can an AI really help with original ideas, or is it just, rearranging old stuff?
That's a really important question. It gets to the heart of AI and creativity. Look, Gemini doesn't feel anything, obviously. It's not conscious.
Right.
But its understanding of language patterns is so advanced, it can be like a sparring partner.
Yeah.
A catalyst.
Okay, give me an example.
So you're writing a story, maybe you're stuck on the plot. Ask Gemini for some unexpected twists.
Yeah.
Or ask it to write dialogue as one of your characters.
Oh, I see.
It might suggest something, a different path or style that you just hadn't considered. It doesn't replace your creativity. It kind of nudges it, gives you new inputs to spark your unique thoughts.
Interesting. So it's a collaborator almost.
In a way, yes.
Okay, shifting gears slightly. Learning new things, making sense of complicated information. Loads of us struggle with that. How does Gemini fit in there?
Oh, this is a huge area. It's not just about summarizing, though it does that well. It's more about intelligent synthesis.
Synthesis, meaning?
Meaning, if you have a long research paper or maybe a dense report, you can ask Gemini to pull out the main arguments, or identify the key methods used, or even explain how different ideas in the text connect.
So it's not just finding keywords like a search engine.
Exactly. Think of it more like a smart assistant who can digest the information and then present the core essence to you in a way that actually helps you understand it.
Can you give another example?
Sure. You could paste in, say, a scientific abstract, ask Gemini to explain it like you're talking to a 10th grader.
Okay.
Then immediately ask, okay, what are the big unanswered questions in this field? It pushes your understanding deeper, layer by layer.
Wow, tailoring the explanation like that. That sounds incredibly useful for getting up to speed on something new.
It really is.
So beyond knowledge work, what about just daily life? Productivity, getting organized. Are there less obvious ways Gemini helps streamline things?
Definitely. Thinking broader, like daily management, personal organization.
Yeah.
Gemini can really shine. It's more than just making to-do lists.
Like planning.
Yeah, say you're planning a trip. Ask Gemini to create a detailed itinerary. It can suggest activities based on what you like, maybe even map out the best route.
Huh.
Or another one, you've got pages of messy notes from a brainstorm. Total chaos.
Been there.
Right. Gemini can take that, structure it logically, find connections you might have missed, make those notes actually useful, actionable.
So it's like a personal organizational consultant you can talk to.
Pretty much, yeah. Very efficient one.
It sounds like it takes away a lot of that initial friction, the effort of just getting started or structuring things.
Exactly, that mental overhead.
Okay. And finally, what about the more, maybe, surprising uses? Stuff beyond work or study.
Yeah, the more innovative side, it can be a tool for fun or creative problem solving too.
Like what?
Oh, role-playing,
No.
simulating conversations.
Really?
Yeah, it's great for practicing maybe a difficult conversation or prepping for an interview or even just, having fun interacting with an AI persona.
Huh. I hadn't thought of that.
It can generate riddles, make up jokes based on certain topics, help plan your downtime, recommend movies, books, travel spots based on your tastes. It's about exploring that playful, imaginative side of AI too. Opens up new ways to engage.
Okay, so wrapping things up a bit here. What's the big takeaway? What does all this mean for you, our listener?
Well, I think the main point is,
The free version of Google's Gemini, it's actually a surprisingly solid and versatile tool. It really does put advanced AI within reach for pretty much everyone.
absolutely. If we pull together the key benefits we've touched on, Gemini can really weave itself into almost any part of your life.
Yeah, from simplifying little daily tasks.
To boosting creativity, helping you learn faster. It's intuitive. The range of functions is broad, thanks to that powerful language model underneath and its ability to handle different inputs.
So a valuable resource for, well, anyone, really. Students,
Remember,
professionals.
we're looking to optimize their time, their effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always a but, isn't there? With powerful tools come responsibilities, considerations.
That's right. It's not just about what it can do, but how we use it wisely. There are definitely things to keep in mind for using Gemini, or any AI like it, effectively and responsibly.
Okay, let's talk about those challenges.
Right. So first off, there's the risk of, well, depending on it too much.
Leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, it should be a co-pilot, amplifying your thinking, your creativity, not replacing it entirely. Critical thinking still needs to be human-driven.
Good point. What?
Verification. This is huge. You absolutely must check the information Gemini gives you, especially if it's for something important, academic work, professional advice, sensitive topics.
Don't just trust it blindly.
Never. Then, remember the limitations of the free version. It's great, but it might not handle super complex tasks or give the same depth of analysis as a paid version. Be aware of that ceiling.
Okay. Anything else?
Inherent biases.
Ugh.
AI learns from data, and that data can contain biases. So the AI's responses might reflect those biases sometimes. Just be mindful of that potential slant.
Right. That's an ongoing conversation with AI in general.
It is. And finally, this technology moves fast. What Gemini does today might be different in 6 months. So staying updated, adapting to new features and best practices, that's kind of an ongoing task itself.
A constant learning curve, almost.
You could say that, yeah.
Okay. So after this deep dive, here's something for you, our listener, to think about. How might you start experimenting with Gemini's free capabilities? Keeping those challenges, those considerations in mind, of course.
Mm-hmm.
What specific thing are you curious to try first? Is it getting help with your writing, sparking some creative ideas, or maybe just making learning something new a bit easier? Where will you start?